And shifting our attention now to the state of Maharashtra, ahead of the assembly elections in the state, NCP's Ajit Pawar has announced that the party will be giving 10% tickets to minorities. This after the seat sharing is arrived upon. In fact, Ajit Pawar made this announcement while addressing a public meeting in Maharashtra's Beed. On the 1st of October, during the address, he said, and I quote, regarding the elections which will be held this time, I want to tell the minority community that whatever seats NCP will get during the seat sharing discussions of Mahayuti, I will give 10% of those to the minority community. So 10% of the seats that the NCP will be allotted as far as Mahayuti seat sharing discussions are concerned, Ajit Pawar says will be given to the minority community. Listen in.
यावेळेस निवडणुकीच्या निमित्तानं मी माझ्या अल्पसंख्याक समाजाला पण सांगतोय, राज्यात जेवढ्या जागा राष्ट्रवादी काँग्रेस पक्षाला महायुतीमध्ये मिळणार आहे त्याच्यातल्या 10% जागा मी मायनॉरिटीला देण्याचं काम करणार आहे.
Interestingly, this also comes in at a time that we've seen Maharashtra Deputy Chief Minister Devendra Fadnavis talk about a conspiracy that has played out in Maharashtra in the Lok Sabha elections. He's spoken of vote jihad, quote-unquote vote jihad, and how it was witnessed in 14 of the 48 constituencies in Maharashtra in the recent Lok Sabha elections. Amidst that comes this big announcement by Ajit Pawar, who's spoken of a greater representation in terms of candidature of Muslim community members, of minority community members in the NCP as far as the upcoming state assembly elections are concerned. Fadnavis's remarks, though, had drawn sharp reaction from Congress. They accused him of violating the constitutional oath, demanded an apology. But is this Ajit Pawar taking a cue? What do we make of this comment that's coming from Ajit Pawar, a promise that he's made to the minority community in Maharashtra in the run-up to assembly elections? Becomes very interesting indeed, given the comment that was made very recently by Devendra Fadnavis. So Ajit Pawar has now said that once the seat sharing formula in Mahayuti is decided, whatever share the NCP will get, 10% of that share will be given to the minority community. Now we've seen how, given the remarks that were made by Devendra Fadnavis, we had the Congress, we had several in the Mahavikas Aghadi, in fact asked the BJP about why it's not been able to actually implement that kind of a representation of the minority community when it comes to allotting them seats in assembly elections and Lok Sabha elections alike. But I want to go across to Yasha joining us with more details. Yasha, it's a very interesting comment, and I've been trying to establish it in context of what was said by Devendra Fadnavis yesterday. Would it be right to talk about the two in the same breath, given that this is just days after the big quote-unquote vote jihad remark by Devendra Fadnavis?
Absolutely. In fact, you see, let us understand the context of these two have been alliance partners. We've seen ever since Lok Sabha elections, there have been difference of opinion between BJP and between the NCP Ajit Pawar faction. Now, let us understand that after the Lok Sabha elections, there are several questions that were raised. There was the whole blame game that was put on to the NCP Ajit Pawar faction. And amidst all of this, of course, we've seen that time and again over the last couple of months. Devendra Fadnavis has time and again spoken about vote jihad. But now to counter that, we've seen that Ajit Pawar has said that he is of a secular mindset. In fact, he believes that all the parties, all the sections of the society, all the communities, they should be given equal importance. In fact, the statement that he makes, he says that when it comes to each and every person in the society, it is equally that their votes count. But however, this is like a counter that you see to the comment made by Devendra Fadnavis, and which is it becomes crucial to understand this context. Now, of course, sources within the NCP Ajit Pawar faction whom we've spoken to have mentioned that at least 6 seats across the state is something that they've decided that they'll be giving to the minority candidates, including Muslim candidates. In fact, some of these could be 3 to 4 seats in Mumbai itself, and 2 of them in other parts of the state, be it Akola, be it Parbhani. So all of these things were something that were decided by the NCP Ajit Pawar faction. And now, when you see Devendra Fadnavis make this kind of a comment, in fact, also when Ajit Pawar has that there are some people who believe that they should play on the religious lines and play politics over it. This is something also that Ajit Pawar has condemned, and particularly it's not only Devendra Fadnavis, there are several leaders, in fact, in the BJP whom he is targeting, who make communal remarks, and this could be seen just ahead of Viধাnsabha elections
Yes.
would come in as two different opinions between the alliance partners.
Okay, the Mahayuti
Yes.
position on this also will become increasingly interesting. But many thanks, Yasha, for joining us with all those details. We quickly shift our attention to